now across Texas. The issue is.
I'm Rudy Koski in Austin.
I'm Greg Krugen in Houston.
And I'm Stephen Dial in Dallas, and this is Texas. The issue is.
The issue is Texas takes nearly 1 million votes out of play for the November election. State officials claim they found a lot of names on county voter rolls that just simply didn't belong. The purge that resulted is somewhat of a rebooted overhaul after a previous attempt a few years ago misidentified several thousand illegal voters. Governor Greg Abbott spoke to me about the new process and the new accusations of voter suppression.
It is a cleanup, but not a one-time cleanup. It is a constant cleanup because we have a perpetual duty to ensure that there's nobody on the voter rolls who is ineligible to vote. It is the way, the primary way that we are able to ensure that we can cut down on any type of illegal voting.
This is really coming at a time at the height of the border surges that were going on. Do you see a correlation?
So, Rudy, before the new laws I signed in September of 2021, we were reviewing non-citizens through jury pools and through other strategies. The laws that I signed in 2021 enhanced our capabilities of reviewing non-citizens who may be able to vote. With that new tool, we were able to identify even more. It was 6,500 approximately, who were non-citizens who were registered to vote. And so that obviously is a number higher than what we want to see. We want to see zero up there. But it does show that our new strategies about investigating this and getting to the bottom of it have revealed the non-citizens who were on the voter rolls that we're now able to get rid of.
Back in 2019, then Secretary of State Whitley did that big review, 98,000 names flagged, 25,000 supposedly were actually naturalized citizen. It caused a huge problem, was a huge black eye for the state. How is this review different from that misstep?
So what it does, it authorizes, actually requires Texas Department of Public Safety to do a matching to match people who may be applying for a driver's license or any other type of card to identify those who are non-citizens, as well as have the DPS undertake further review to make sure that non-citizens are not registered to vote in the state of Texas.
ACLU in 2019 said this is voter suppression. They came out in regards to this one, no surprise, accusing this process as voter suppression. What's your reaction?
Well, it does suppress the vote of non-citizens. It suppresses the vote of dead people, suppresses the vote of people who moved away from Texas, and no one should be able to complain about that.
What do you say to these people who say Greg Abbott and Dan Patrick and the Republicans are trying to just hold down the Latino vote, the brown and black voters of this state, that everything that you're doing right now is to basically remain in power and hold these folks down?
I don't care what your color is, black, white, brown, Asian, whatever the case may be. I think everybody wants to see fair elections with the rules followed, with no illegal voting. Secondly, Rudy, listen, those Hispanic voters, those black voters, those Asian voters, those are my voters also. I'm not trying to suppress them. I'm trying to get them to the polls to vote for me.
Do you think that the red flag names of people who supposedly did vote in 21, should they be prosecuted, and will prosecutions actually happen this time?
Well, to be clear, listen, if somebody has voted illegally or violated other election integrity laws, 100% they should be prosecuted.
Harris County is moving forward, somewhat in defiance of state law, and sending out voter registration and ballot information that's not requested. Basically thumbing the nose at Austin, thumbing the nose at the state of Texas.
Harris County is refusing to follow the laws, and two things need to happen. One is investigations and prosecutions need to take place against Harris County officials. But secondly, it appears that the Secretary of State of the state of Texas meant to go in and really take over the operations of the election systems of Harris County if they do not get it straight. One thing we can perhaps hopefully all agree on, and that is the chaos in the election system in Harris County should not be allowed to continue.
Well, a lot said there in acknowledgement of the return of college football this weekend. My word for that interview is prevent. Stephen, what's your word?
I'll stick with college. I'll say zone.
Greg, kick us off with the word to the break.
Rudy, my word is tempest, as in a teapot.
Well, with that, the Texas trio will huddle up, and we'll be back in a moment to discuss the Texas voter roll cleanup.